How to give an error message based on user input in my program? So I've written an electric bill calculator in Python. The great news is that it works. However, I need to make it work better. When asked how many hours per day, the user can type in 25, or any other number they want. Obviously there isn't 25 hours in a day. I've tried a few things but I cannot get it to work correctly. I've tried something like what I'm trying to do is make the program display an error message if they enter more than 24 hours, and if they do, then skip to the bottom code that asks if they want to try another calculation. And if they enter 24 hours or less, then continue the program with no error message. I've spent about 2 days trying to fix this, searched Google for hours. I may have seen the right answer but can't seem to make it work. I assume I need some kind of while true statement, or if, then, but as many times as I have tried, I'm pulling my hair out at this point. The code to the entire program is below. I'm new to programming. I've only been learning Python for a few weeks. Many thanks in advance for any advice.
And optimized version of it. James Russo code.
My Python skills are a little rusty, but when I have to do stuff like checking input, I usually use a structure something like this. Basically, it starts by going into an infinite loop. It gets the input, goes through all the checks to see if it is valid, and hits the break, leaving the loop, if everything went okay. If the data was bad in any way, it informs the user and restarts the loop with the continue. Hours equals 0 is declared outside the loop so it is still accessible in the scope outside, so it can be used elsewhere. Edit, adding an idea to the example code that I thought of after seeing at Ohad Aitan's answer.
The input you get from the user is a string type, but you compare it to int type. That's an error. You should cast the string to int first. Then you can do something like if you don't sure the user will input a number, you should use a try/catch statement. Except from this you should validate you indent the code correctly.
I put your error message in an if statement, and the calculation code in an else. This way it won't do the calculation when the hour isn't correct and instead will exit main and go back to the while loop and ask the user if they will like to play again. Also, as other users have pointed out, following what I did below, you should add more error testing and messages for negative numbers, etc.